And we're live. Want to be a guitar good? Where is everybody? How'd you get here already? Whoops. Oops. There's my opening music. Okay, we're live with my logo. Okay, we've got 8 people watching. Can you people hear me? DKG, why are we waiting? Because you are. Good evening, Scott.
What's happening, Sir Eduardo?
Hey, J Dubs, John Landino. Is there anybody out there? Just nod if you can hear me. Yep. Oh, and StreamYard lets you do this automatically.
Ooh.
StreamYard lets you they have that feature built in.
I don't see no chats.
Look over to the side. You might have to open it.
I have private chat and comments.
Click on it.
Which one?
Comments.
There it is.
There you go.
Hey, I got a squeaky bum.
There is a private chat that we can chat privately.
Oh, we can.
If we click on
Raise
private
everybody
chat,
up.
then it's now
Then we
I
go,
lost it. Okay.
and then we're like, oh, take this DKG custom and block him. Okay, now back over to chats.
Yeah.
That's funny. You need a professional producer.
EW says way past my bedtime, but I thought I'd hang around a bit. Well, I'm grateful for that. Thank you. I thank you for that.
Where is everybody? Who's here? Sounds and looks good.
Want to be guitarded? GW Taylor, John Pearson, John Landino. Hey, John, good to see you. James Clark. Hey, James.
There's Rex.
Hey, Dubs. DKG.
Blocked.
Blocked. He's got a wrench. I don't remember giving him a wrench.
So what's going on, Sir Ed?
Nothing. I thought we had a pretty decent show.
Yeah. Nice and mellow. It didn't rain over at your place, did it?
Yes, it did.
It did.
But it stopped.
Did you have a tornado or?
Hanoi bomb. Actually, I got woke up this morning by a thunderstorm, and I thought it woke me up, and it was I looked out the window, man, and the wind was just blowing like crazy.
I knew her.
Blowing like crazy.
See, we got John. There's AB.
Yeah.
Want to know how your guild's going?
He was. It's in the case right now, but it's doing good. Hey, I caught the last 40 minutes. I had fun. I thought it was fun.
I did too. I was talking to Duncan right before coming in here, and I was talking about Naomi Judd and the other one we mentioned. And I'm like, too soon?
Yeah.
He goes, talk about Benny Goodman or something.
Hey,
it wasn't Benny Goodman. It was it might have been.
The way I read it, she got inducted. Hey, R. King, how you doing? She got inducted into the Country Hall of Fame the day after she died.
Yes.
So
that's what I heard.
I wonder if they inducted her
ashes
as a tribute
or as a tree,
or if it was planned already scheduled to happen.
Scheduled to kill her and then have an induction. I suck.
Why, Dale Hansen too? How you doing? Why doesn't Winona put anything out anymore?
Oh, she puts plenty out there, just nobody wants to bite.
Where do you find it?
Next to the dog food bowl.
I remember the last thing she put out, or the last thing that I remember, was a song where I think she was in a bar playing pool on a pool table. And then she ended up on the pool table.
Is this a song or is this something in
No,
real
it was
life that
the
happened?
last video that I ever remember of Winona.
She was on a pool table?
No,
Or
they
she
they,
was the pool
they were
table?
playing pool.
So, okay, Duncan's helping people find their way in here. He's out there corralling them in. Hey,
Uh,
Dale.
Standing on a street corner. Yeah, Dale Hansen lost her mom to mental illness, and you know what that could mean.
Means she killed herself, or OD'd, or shot herself in the
I
head.
wasn't gonna say it.
I will, because I'm mentally
Oh,
ill.
yes, because God has no filter.
I have no filter and I'm mentally ill.
In a minute.
I'll let everybody know that.
We're
Not a
all
problem.
mentally ill.
I'm certifiably.
Y'all
Um,
say Groovy. How you doing?
I'm bipolar manic depressive, if anybody wants to know. How'd that sound?
You're never alone. No, wait. Here's a poem. Here's a poem by a schizophrenic.
Mm-hmm.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I like to drink, and so do I.
I've been drinking all day. Rockstar fruit punch.
Man, you bumped up. You're usually on that water.
I know. I've been fucking tripping balls, man.
Awesome. Ah,
I am groovy. Somebody says, y'all say groovy. I wonder who that is. Y'all say groovy.
I don't know, but he's
It's
here.
somebody. There they are. I'm
Man,
just noodling.
that sure is a white neck.
Isn't it?
That's as blonde can be, man.
Yes, it is. I wish it was as white as the rest of the guitar. It's close. Did you know that Fender put out an all white Strat with a white fingerboard painted, white headstock,
I seen a
everything?
picture of it. I saw a picture of it.
They're $10,000. The pick guard has a red square on it that says Supreme. You know
Why
the
did they ruin it with that?
I know, and that's why it's $10,000. It's like all you gotta do is change the pick guard, and you have just a pure white guitar for 10 grand.
Dale Hansen was jamming to my rendition of "Gentle on My Mind." Thank
Ah,
you, thank you.
oh, you showed me inadvertently how to play that, didn't you?
It's knowing that your door is always open and your furniture is gone. They
See, I
took
think
the
you did it.
and the TV and the stereo, and they even took your couch.
Is that how it goes?
No,
Oh, see, didn't you do like
D.
somewhere
Yep,
around there?
yeah, it's exactly it. Then E minor. Then you just walk the D string down to
But you know what you do is you look.
E flat.
If you look way up here, there's a link, and I show you for 45 minutes how to play a D chord.
Yeah, yeah. The lesson guy.
You have to fill them in, I guess, now.
I'll go look for how to play something like how just to save time of not sitting there and figuring it out.
Putting the needle back.
And the guy will have the guitar, and he'll go, Now, what we're going to play today is we're going to play Gentle on My Mind by Glenn Campbell. And this focuses on the D chord. Okay? If you don't know how to play the D chord, I've got a video right up there in the link where you can go learn to play a D chord. He goes, and it focuses on that D chord. And like 5 minutes later, it's like, shit, I've already got the song figured out. You've been talking so long that I've just
About the
worked
D
it out
chord.
in my head. And they don't get there. So what I do is I find guys that are just playing the song.
Just watching them.
Single guys on the guitar, acoustic guitar, and there's a bunch of really good ones out there, man.
No married guys, just single guys on the guitar.
I don't know. But they're guys sitting in a kitchen or in a living room or in a studio,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll just play and sing the song. I found a couple guys doing Gentle on My Mind that I'm like, how come you ain't somebody?
Right.
You've got 142 subscribers and you got 80 views on this fucking video that's been up for 5 years.
And they kick your ass.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Why aren't you somebody?
I know.
And they probably just people that don't care.
Yeah.
They wanted to put a video up. They put it up for their mother or their girlfriend or.
Well, it's like Elvis, man. He just wanted to go make a record for his mom, and
look how that turned out.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know everybody in here, or most of them?
Some of them.
Some of them?
Most of them.
The rest of you, howdy. I'm trying to think. Did Gil's here? There's Cecil. I'm just scrolling through, pardon me.
Audio Murphy showed up from your stream.
Groovy. JD or J Dubs. There's Alex. R King. Wannabe
Aaron Lawley.
Wannabe Guitar God. There's AB. There's Duncan, who's now blocked.
Cat. You all say Groovy is a Gerald fan. All right. So he got here from Gerald.
Yes. Yes.
That's cool.
Now Gerald is a guy with a voice.
Well, I want to tell you, man. You go watch where he's played like live and he's doing a gig. It's amazing how he does it. It's really amazing how he does it. And he's got a low voice.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got range too.
Mm-hmm. And he plays everything. He plays keyboards just as easy as guitar or as whatever.
Yeah.
You can't see 2 inches in front of him, but he makes it all happen. He's up there with his every contraption in the world. Doesn't matter whether he's changing patches on his keyboards or getting his backing tracks and stuff. And he doesn't lag when it comes time to perform. Dr. Groovy, you still drinking that Arizona iced tea?
Nope.
Let me see.
Not at the moment, anyway.
I gotta see if I got any.
Well, Wannabe Guitar God said, been following Dr. Groovy for years and not sure how Ed eluded me until a few months ago. Oh, he's got the big jug.
I've got big jugs.
Big jugs. A couple months ago, a month or so ago, before all these live streams started, Scott had reposted an old video of some guitar licks.
Yes.
And I always watch Scott's videos and I go, I know how to play that. Why am I not doing that when I'm playing? Why am I not using these licks? It's like they're licks that you should be able to do it, and they should have come to you, or they're ones that you forgot. you know, that you don't play, and because like you knew them way back then, but you didn't realize that you can like play them in any key. You know,
Yeah.
you didn't know that yet, or and I had made a comment. I think I said, "Where the fuck do you come up with all these licks?" And you answered me, and then in your next video, you
Right.
go, "My buddy Ed Dana asked me, where do I come up with this stuff?" And I went, "Linda, he mentioned me in this video." Yeah. So I expected I was going to get like 1,000 subscribers that day, you know? Hey, shit. But and so I had messaged you or commented a few more times, and I think I even might have sent you because you had commented, said hello to me and stuff on Facebook a few times. We had
Right.
made some comments, and I did that live stream that night, just like this on
Yeah. It was
thing,
on
and
here.
you showed up in the chat. So
Yeah.
I said, "Well, fuck, I'm friends with him on Facebook. Let me shoot him a link and see what happens." You showed up, and it was your first time live.
Yeah. I didn't know what the hell live meant except for all them big people. Yeah, I don't put out, like you said, all the lessons and crap that I do put out are stuff that, like you said, everybody has played them. They know them. I just remind everybody. I don't do anything that anybody doesn't know.
No, you do a lot of stuff that people don't know, but it's stuff you've heard, and you're like, "Oh shit, that's how you do that." I'll
Yeah.
tell you what, and I probably did it inadvertently, different ways, but
Oh yeah.
that thing, and I can play it better than that. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. Whoop. That thing, you got me
Right.
on that thing. When I saw that, I started throwing it on the end of every song,
I
and my
saw.
drummer gives me the stink eye.
I watch you when
I go,
you're.
and he just gives me the stink eye. He goes,
I see you doing that. Your practice videos.
"Yeah."
You'll end a song about every other song. You'll do that.
All right, Cecil Music, Ed and Scott. What do you think of Jeff Kiesel saying we ship our guitars in gig bags because it better protects them? Sounds
I,
like bullshit. Why doesn't he just be honest and say gig bags cost us less?
yeah.
Gig bags can cost more than guitar cases. My wife has a $300 gig bag that will fucking float.
Really.
Yeah.
I just don't like
Her
Jeff.
base.
I just don't like Jeff.
Mono. Look up mono bags. I think it's made out of Kevlar.
Oh, that's the bulletproof shit.
Yeah, it's not Kevlar, but it's probably Gore-Tex or something.
I just don't like Jeff. Period. I've seen too many things recently
I
that
don't know
piss
anything
me off.
about Jeff Kiesel. All I know are the Kiesel guitars that I've seen guys play on YouTube. Jared Dines,
Uh huh.
the wonderful and amazing and obnoxiously Stevie T, and uh, well, you know, he has an audience that is like 40 years younger than me,
Exactly. I was getting ready to say they're all 12.
you know, or however old, but they're 40 years younger than me. And
Mm-hmm.
he's an amazing guitar player.
Sure.
And Jared Dines is amazing. Now Jared, I like Jared because he's not goofy. You know, he doesn't just Jared, I saw Jared, I found him on the 10 things drummers never say. Or
Right.
the 10 different drummers, the 10 different types of drummers. And he was doing those kind of videos and things that drummers never say. And like I have to go to my lessons or stuff like that. And that's how I found Jared. And I really like Jared, but he's not as active right now on YouTube.
I've got herpes, but they're not as active as they usually are.
I got to tell you a guy to watch. I'll send you a link to it later. The guy's name is Vic DiBitetto, and he's a comedian, and he lives in like Queens or the Bronx or somewhere in New York.
Who you
And
talking to?
he's been in movies. He was in like Mall Cop with Kevin James, Mall Cop 2. He was in that. But he's a
Uh-huh.
comedian, and he does these videos in his car called Ticked Off Vic. And
Ticked off
Italian.
dick.
He's an Italian, right? And
Okay.
he'll tell you what's ticking him off for 3 minutes, and it's freaking hilarious. He's hilarious.
Oh, Vic.
Yeah. Ticked off Vic. Yeah, he's great. Vic DiBitetto.
Gesundheit.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard Country Boner by Pussifier?
Nope. Is that a question?
Yeah. Yeah, J Dubs was asking. Isn't the Pussifier, isn't that a pedal made by, I mentioned them on the other stream. What the hell's that band called? God damn it.
Steel Panther?
Steel Panther, thank you. Now, don't they have a pedal called the Pussifier?
Melter.
Oh, the Pussy Melter?
Yeah.
Okay, I was close.
They did something to Glenn Fricker. YouTube like blocked his video or something for showing the pedal.
Oh, really?
And then Glenn Fricker has a pedal that he can't get it now. You could get it for a while, but it was a noise gate.
Uh-huh.
It was called the cock blocker. And it was a noise gate. And he sold a whole shitload of them. And I don't know why he didn't keep selling them, because I almost pulled the trigger on one and said that would just be a cool pedal to have, the cock blocker. And it's a noise gate, just eliminate, put it at the front of your thing, and it just eliminates, or after, I guess you put it at the end of the pedal chain, I guess. I'm not sure how a noise gate works. Put it at the end of the chain, right?
Now, as far as which?
A noise gate.
Oh, at the very end? Yeah, right before it hits your amp.
Is that where you put it?
Yep.
Okay. Where do
Yeah.
you put the compressor in a pedal chain? Oh, you don't use
First. Right out of your
Me too,
guitar,
first.
right of your guitar into the tuner, then out of your tuner into the compressor.
See, I put the tuner last. I don't know why. But here's why. Because I've got a couple pedals that are noisy,
Uh-huh.
and I don't even play that way anymore, really, so it doesn't matter. But back when we used to really play loud and I had a lot of compression and maybe a distortion pedal,
Mm-hmm.
if I wanted to end the song in just dead noise, I hit that tuner, and it just nothing.
Shut it off.
Everything stopped right there
Okay.
and didn't come out, and it would just mute my whole pedal chain. Then I could shut my pedals off and then tune. You ever try to tune with a phase shifter on?
Or a chorus, for God's sake.
Or of course, I'm going, what's wrong with my guitar? There's something wrong? My tuner's broken. I look down, the chorus pedal's on. I go, oh shit. The
Yeah,
going,
I always use a rack
Mounted
mount
tuner?
tuner. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's always up there, and my wireless is up there with it, and it goes from my wireless right into my tuner, right out of there into the compressor, and then everything else, and then the gate is the very last thing. But the gate is in my amplifier, so that helps.
Read this guy. This guy's got gas. I put it on the screen there.
Yeah, see.
Read it out loud.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Okay, I bought a PV Generation EXP. Okay. Let's see. Usually that was going with two singles and a humbucker. Usually that came to me in one of those high spec bags. No way anything was getting damaged in it. Trouble was, it was a bag for a Firebird, so we had to buy a bird.
Yeah, the firework.
That's what I ought to start doing from now on, just so I can get away with shit. Oh man, I've accidentally bought a Les Paul case. That won't fit my strap. Better buy a guitar that fits that case.
How do you adjust the gate so that it doesn't kill the sustain?
You don't.
Yeah, it's either gonna clip you off or it's not. Uh,
Yeah, you basically get to just dial out the noise to where you have to and live with it's going to kill, period. That's it. It's going to kill it.
yeah, I was used to having. I've got a Leasus. It's a gate and
Yeah, Aaron said it. Compromise.
it's it's
Yeah,
a,
that's
it's
it.
a noise gate and something else.
A lot of compressors have noise gates in them.
It's a compressor noise gate.
Yeah,
And I that was for the PA system. That wasn't for the
exactly.
that was for the PA.
Right. I've
And
got I've got about 30 of those.
really,
Yeah, rack
you
mount
want
ones.
another one?
Which one you using?
I don't use it. I don't use that stuff anymore. That was all rack mount. I
Right.
use all powered stuff with a board, and it. Now I'm using the stick. I'm using
Yeah.
the Mackie Flex thing.
I
We're
have
away from that.
I have a compressor gate, and I use the gate and the compressor, and I've got a separate one for every single channel on the board.
Yeah,
So, I've got the 24 channel board out there. There's
you're just
there's there's 12 stereo compressors out there in the rack with it.
you're just nuts.
That's right. I like everything to be gated. I like everything to be compressed. And then I have a compressor at the very end of everything, right before they go into the power amps. So there's a compressor on the whole mix and a noise gate on the entire mix after everything has a compressor and a gate on it individually. So yeah, I'm all about it.
Kid Wilson asked, "Do you still use the neck illusion stickers?" And yes, you
Oh
do.
yeah, yeah, I do. Love them. I'll show you my favorite ones. Oh, ta-da. That
Do
look
they
the
got
most
do they got little dinosaurs?
Barney.
No, no, just the little Tyrannosaurus Rexes and
I've got the one with the horses. You've seen that one.
yeah.
Let me see. My favorite and most natural looking ones are on this guitar I had built. This here actually has stars in the fretboard, inlaid in it. But so these.
Yeah, those are nice. Those match the guitar. They're kind of a
And
white and black.
I'm trying to get some
Gray.
light.
No, we can see them fine.
Okay. But those are from them as well. And what looks like, see how that looks like rosewood?
Yeah.
It's not, it's a decal.
Right, you told me that. Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I
so
thought maybe
there's
first
a decal on every fret.
you were gonna say that was one that you used the leather dye on.
What's that?
That maybe that was one that you used the leather dye.
I did on this one, yes. See how black that sucker looks?
You said it was a decal.
Oh, these, I did use it on underneath here, yeah. So it's black, it's all night underneath it.
Okay. The
Yeah.
so what was that? A maple fretboard?
This one was rosewood,
Rosewood. Okay.
but underneath the decals, it's black as night.
All right. Michael Lampanese is asking a question I don't quite
Uh huh.
understand. In a live situation, sustain is not as important as the overall sound is true. I don't know. I mean, you want sustain, you want your overall sound to be good, but like you don't put sustain on your voice, I don't think. You have
I
compression, which will squash it at a certain volume level, and it will affect the attack of your voice. On the guitar, I want when I hit a note, I want it to stay for a while.
Yeah, I use my compressor, and it sustains and sustains and sustains. It'll go until I quit playing. So I gas my compression wide open actually on my compressor, but it has to be one that's good. And mine's
You use the Boss, right?
I used to. It's very noisy.
Oh,
Now,
that's right. You got that new one.
yeah, I'm trying to see what the hell Keeley. I got the Keeley compressor now, and it's not noisy at all. So I set the compressor to squash as much as it will, and to sustain as long as it will. So it'll keep on going and going and going and going and going, just like a sustainiac
It's like a
pickup.
ever ready bunny.
Exactly. It'll go until I'm done, but as soon as I stop, my amp, I mean, it's just dead quiet. You can't even tell the amp's turned on. There's no hum, no hiss, no nothing. And again, that's the noise gate that's built into my Johnson amplifier.
That's nice.
Yeah, and you can just dial it in there and just keep going up one notch at a time until everything just shuts the hell up and hit store, and there it is forever.
Well, just like that guy from Dwight Yoakam that uses the pod and goes directly into
Oh,
the
yeah,
PA.
Pete Anderson. Yeah.
I know guys that do that. I know one guy that does it. He's a one man act,
Yes. Yeah.
and uh he
Something
uses
like
backing
that.
tracks part of the time, and then the other times he just plays an instrument. And he'll play keyboards or guitar, but a
Uh
lot
huh.
of times he uses backing tracks, and he sets his PA up, and then he's got his computer
Uh huh.
where the backing tracks are,
Yeah.
and then he's got a rack of stuff that I'm not sure what it all is, but he's got that pod thing mounted there, and that's what he plugs his guitar into, and that
Hmm.
goes right into the. And he's got he carries an electric guitar and an acoustic guitar. He's got a flute, a saxophone,
Damn.
and keyboards.
Right.
So, like, there are songs where he'll play backing track, and he's got a great voice. I have to ask Linda what that guy's name is. His last name is Todd, not Chip Todd. What's his name? Tom Todd. And he'll sing, and then he'll be singing, and then he'll whip out the flute. He goes, "She's come undone."
All of a sudden, you have Jethro Tull going, huh? On the
Probably,
flute.
probably does some. I'm sure he does. He does all kinds of stuff. It's
I guess, that would suck as much as people seeing that you have a slide bar if they're smart enough that are always yelling Freebird. If you have a flute, they're going to go play some Jethro Tull, dude.
Yep. My drummer the other day, I get over to practice, and he's got this tray.
And did you snort?
No, he's got the tray screwed to my mic stand, and he goes, "Hey, you want that?" And I go, I don't put anything like that on my thing." And I sat my coffee on it, and I threw my picks on it, and I laid the capo on there, and I went, "Yeah, I want that." He goes, "Yeah,
You
you can
bet.
have it." He goes, "I bought it a couple years ago to put the board on, but the board don't fit on it. It wants to fall off because it's too skinny." He goes, so I got this other square one that I use. I go, well, you've been using that square one forever. He goes, well, yeah. And I found this thing. I found this thing behind something, and I pulled it out and I screwed it to your mic stand and said, he might like that. So I went, well, yeah, that's cool.
So now you have living room furniture attached to your mic stand.
Attached to them, I got a coffee table attached to the mic.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
we don't serve minors. Oh, geez, stayed and enjoyed a fifth. Okay.
Some compressor questions and stuff. Scott, do you use a Staniac? I used to, back when I was in my humbucker days.
What is the Sustainiac?
It's a battery-driven pickup that goes in the neck position. It's like single coil size. That part of it. But have you ever seen or heard of an EBO?
Yeah.
It does like the same type of thing, but without having to hold it on the string. It actually sits up there and
Makes the string vibrate.
makes the string vibrate until the battery runs dead.
Wow.
It just rings and rings and rings and rings. So it literally does that. However long you want your note to last or even your feedback to last, it just latches onto it, and just like the Energizer Bunny, it just keeps going and going and going.
Yeah, you can't beat those cheap Behringer pedals.
Oh, the Behringer pedal, yeah.
I mean, they're plastic. If you drop it from like the third floor out the window, it's probably going to break. I imagine if you step on it 10,000 times, that the top might pop off eventually. Who knows? But for $30, you buy another one.
I went out and bought a Behringer compressor and have zero problem with that thing.
Yeah.
It's every bit as good as my Boss stuff.
I asked you the other day, what kind of board do you use? And you go, Crappinger. And I go, they're not
Crappinger.
that crap. They've got some high-end shit.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a mixing console out there that, like, you can hit a button and it will self-adjust. We'll watch the faders move.
Oh, yeah, the automated. Yeah.
It's like a $4,000 mixing board.
Yeah. Yeah. If they want to, they set their mind to it. They can make anything they want. I don't know why they don't have
Ernie
a long.
I'm doing okay. How you doing, Ernie?
Hey, Ernie looks pretty decent.
I think I'd date Ernie.
Mm-hmm. You know what I almost did, Ed? I came real close to naming this guy Ernie, but then I named him Eddie.
No relation.
My wife was like, Bert and Ernie? It's like, no, I guess I better not do that. I've never seen it. Cecil says, I've never seen an Ernie that looks like that.
I always hated my first name.
Why?
I don't know.
My dad's favorite friend in the entire world, his name was Ed. I grew up in his garage for the most part. It was a mechanic garage. So dad was always there building his street rods with him, you know.
I'm somebody's best friend. I gotta be.
I'm sure you are. You're the only friend I have.
You got Duncan.
Oh, I have Duncan, yes. Yeah, as far as anybody I talk to on the reg, you're it. I don't have one person that ever has been at the house in years. I almost bought an EBO. Never pulled the trigger though. I should have bought one.
Phil Kagi was pretty cool, but I could only take like so much.
Oh yeah. I thought he said he'd do kegels.
Better than one.
2 heads are better than one. Oh, nice bass.
It's not a bass.
Yeah, it is. It's got to be.
I see. Yeah, those are pretty big pickups. I don't know. Terry, what is that? Or J Dubs, what is that?
Looks like an Ernie Ball. Or a Sting.
Ernie Ball stack.
That's not a Stingray. That's the other one.
The Jimbo, the uh gumbo,
Ernie Ball, Music Man, um,
the real expensive one.
Five String Stingray. There you go.
Uh,
So I was on it. What's the one with the single pickup?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm asking J Dubs. The one that's been around forever and ever and ever and has the round pick guard.
Bongo bass.
Oh, I love the bongo bass. Everybody says it's so ugly, but I love that thing. It's just like a stingray, except for the body looks like the horns have been cut
We
with
bought
a bandsaw.
we bought a Sterling Ray
Uh
bass.
huh. Yeah.
Linda did. She didn't like it.
What's his name plays it all the time. That Davy
Yeah, it
504, whatever his name is. Yeah.
slap,
Slap the like button.
slap that bass, slap that like button.
Yeah.
Hit the like button, people.
Oh, are you on YouTube as well?
Yeah,
Yep.
I got it on my crap top.
Oh, asking if I ever put a strat neck on a telly. I've never cut one up to do it.
They don't line up. There's a problem.
That's right. They're different.
They're different. You've got to make there. I don't know what the adjustment is to make, but you got to make it. But I can tell you this: you can take a T60 neck off of a PV T60 and slap it right on a Strat, and it works out.
It lines up okay.
Yes,
Wow.
you have to intonate the bridge, but
Sure. Well, I know that the telly, what is it, telly deluxe, or the one that has the two humbucker, wide range humbuckers in it, that has what looks like a large Strat headstock on it, but it's actually got the telly cut at this end.
yeah,
But it does have a Strat headstock, but it's cut like a telly down here, of course. But yeah, one's square like this one, and then the Strat ones are more rounded.
this is the only Squire in the world that I care about,
Ah,
and it is called the
thin line. Thank you, Cecil.
Precision Base. I think it's called the Vintage Modified.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is the only Squire guitar that I've ever cared about in my life. And this thing was actually made in Indonesia, not China. I don't know if that makes a difference.
Has Linda played that one?
This was her main bass
Really?
before we actually bought her the Aerodyne.
Oh, okay.
Because I bought her that Alan Woody Epiphone that's like a Les Paul.
Oh, yeah.
She hated it.
Really? Couldn't get on with it, huh?
She didn't like the sound she was getting, and she didn't like the way the neck played because it's a shorter scale.
Oh, that's right. She
I'll
don't
tell you,
like the short
for being 4'11", she's got some long fingers. She's got some long little fingers on her, and she
Well,
likes the Fender scale length.
wow.
And she was playing that. I bought her the Alan Woody. She didn't like it. Then I got her a Guild Pilot Plus,
Yes.
and she liked it, but it was shit. And then I got her, what did I got her? We got the Sterling Ray. Oh, I got her a Squire jazz bass that was natural with the black inlays, black
Oh, that'd be cool.
inlays.
Yeah.
And she played that for a while. And she started off with an Epiphone viola.
Really?
And she played that for a long time. And then she got this choir, and she really liked it. And then one day, I'm looking at a catalog on Musician's Friend, and there's the Aerodyne.
The Aerodyne, yeah.
I showed it to her. I go, and we were poor. We were
Sure.
poor. I said, call, put this on the card.
Yeah.
And she was like, it's like almost $900 or something. I can't remember. It was $799. It was $800 or something like that.
Right.
Buy it.
Yeah.
She bought it, and she got that bass, and she loved it. Oh, and I had bought her an Ibanez. What are they? RG or something. It was an Ibanez bass with an active pickups.
Uh-huh.
And it was red, candy apple red with, sparkly metallic red.
Sure.
She played that for a while. And then when she got that Aerodyne, it was like
She threw the Ibanez in the corner.
A couple years later, well, we were playing like 5 nights a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, she played my friend's American Precision.
Oh, okay.
And she went, oh my God, is that Mike's guitar? Nice. And I said, and my nephew bought one. My nephew bought the Sunburst with the maple neck and the tortoiseshell pickguard, and she played that thing, and she was like, Eddie, that's the nicest guitar I've ever played. David has the nicest bass I've ever seen. I said, order it.
Really?
And she was like, oh, we can't spend it. I said, we're playing 5 fucking nights a week, man. It'll take 2 weeks to pay for it.
Sure.
And so she ordered it. And we didn't pay it off in 2 weeks because I couldn't give the money away, we made the payments. But
G.W. Taylor wondered if that was an Ibanez ATK.
On what?
On that bass that you got
No,
for
that's
that Ibanez.
Squire. That's a Fender Squire Precision.
Well, no, the Ibanez bass you got for Linda.
I don't know.
If you know the model number on that Ibanez bass you got for her.
I don't know. And she's got a Yamaha bass that she played for a while there used to be a website called
Yamaha makes some nice, well, everybody makes a nice bass.
Well, this thing, she went on a live chat on a website, and I don't remember the question, but they had a guy from Peavey.
Uh-huh.
No, they had the guy from EMG, the guy that invented EMGs. Who's that guy?
I don't know about that.
Okay, they had that guy in the live chat, in the live stream, and they were giving away 2 things: a set of well, it was the jazz pickup and then the precision pickup, so it was both pickups.
Uh-huh.
And they were giving away a PV grind bass.
Right.
And they asked the question. I wish I could remember the question. It was called Rock House, was the name of the website. And it was basically a bass guitar forum. And they asked the question, and I knew the answer, but we didn't type it in. And they gave away that grind bass. So then they said, okay, a little while later, they go, okay, now what we have from Mr. EMG here, who makes EMG pickups, we're giving away this set of EMG pickups valued at $279. And they asked the question, and I knew the answer right away. I don't remember what the question was. And I told Linda, I go, type this in. She typed it in and hit enter. And the guys are looking at the chat, and they go, Linda Dana wins the EMG pickups, and they sent them to us. And we put them in that Yamaha bass. And it's a 24 fret bass. It's really nice.
Oh, really?
It's a 20. It wasn't an expensive bass. We got it for $150 at a pawn shop. I don't even know where it is. It's not in. Wait, move your hand. Move your left hand into the camera. Do that opening riff again.
That?
Yeah, yeah. I want to know how you're getting to the part after it because I can do the. Good for you. Get the corn top pipe out.
Let's see. I'll show you what I love when you were talking about Ibanez basses. This has got to be, I guess, all in all, probably my favorite bass. So there's the headstock on that Ibanez.
That's old.
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah. Is that active?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a 82.
Look at that high mass bridge.
Oh, big time.
No, that's not even string through, is it?
Nope. No, don't need it. This thing's a monster. Heavy as all hell, but that's okay for the way it plays and the way it sounds. It's amazing. So, January of 82.
Wow.
Ibanez, Japan.
That's amazing how you read them serial numbers.
And serial numbers. Yep. That's crazy. God damn, I keep stepping on my earphone cord. Yanking my ears off.
Yeah, you're picking your butt. You ain't fooling nobody.
I know it. Oh, you know this one already.
Oh, that monster. Jesus Lord. How much does that weigh?
Not much. I'm going to guess.
Pretty thin, isn't it? It's not too thick.
No.
No, it's not that thin. It is at the top back there, but.
So it's 33 frets.
Come on now. Did you ever get up there to the 33rd fret? Do you know where you're at that point?
Yeah, you're back at an E again.
Jesus Lord. Is that a Kerbo?
Yes.
Yeah, Cecil Music knew it.
It's like a
Cecil Music for the win. Mercer Bible Fight Club. My buddy. How's it going, Bruce? Bruce is a fantastic guitar player.
Yeah, it's a great bass. No wood. No wood. None. Zero.
What's it made out of? Plastic?
They call it rockwood, but it's not wood.
Rockwood.
Yep.
Dale Kamke says, back in the day when you were trading your guitar lessons, I just had to write a letter and send some gift. Best trade I ever made. I learned guitar and now play every day. Thank you so much. Keep grooving.
Awesome. What did he send my way?
I don't know. Man, it was back in the day, he said.
Back in the day.
Yesterday, when I was young.
What'd you send my way, Dale? I was taking everything from, it didn't matter if it was just a personal letter.
Chocolate bars to
Yeah, didn't matter.
cupcakes.
I ended up with all kinds of different things. A lot of handmade stuff.
Audio Murphy wants to know if that's a neck through set neck or is that a bolt on?
Which one?
That
Oh, the Kerbo?
Kerbo.
It bolt on. And
He
the
wouldn't
price.
know nothing else, man.
Well, that one with the Ibanez was a neck through.
Other than an acoustic, show me a set neck.
Let's see.
DKG, here we go.
Let me
Thanks,
look.
Duncan. You don't have to do that. I'm not giving it back.
Uh, there's that one.
What is that? What is that?
That's the 75 Aria.
Oh, the Aria. Okay, is it? Yeah.
Let's see. I've got this one.
B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run. All we need is a 10 and a 5 or a car and a key and a sober driver. B-double-E-double-R-U-N, beer run.
How's that?
Let me see the headstock, please. Let me verify this. Dillian.
Yep. Still got all the Dillian guitars I've ever bought. Somebody was asking about.
What are
Go
their
ahead.
prices like?
They're not like anything anymore. They're done.
What were they like?
This one would have been
Boutique?
about. This one
Boutique?
would have been about
1,000?
600.
Really?
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, I've got 4 of them still. 3 guitars, 1 bass.
Why does the myth persist that neck through and set neck has more sustain than bolt-ons? I don't find that to be true. It's a marketing
Bolt-ons.
thing. It's a marketing thing. It's a lie.
It is a lie. It has been proven.
Sustain has to do with the 2 contact points and whether they're made of marshmallow or
Yes.
titanium. If they're made of
Um,
marshmallow, they're going to sound like shit.
as far as any proof that anybody has done any, as far as proof, let's do the hype. Let's do these. Supposedly by the people that are doing such tests, the bolt-ons have the most sustain. Neck through has the least sustain. Set neck right in the middle. So bolt-ons for the win, according to the professors of such experiments.
Well, the thing is, if you've got a Les Paul and something happens to the neck and it twists,
See you, bye.
or it's not set right,
Yep.
you're screwed.
Yep.
You either have to figure it out and set it up funky to make it work, or pay somebody a whole crap load of money to fix it.
Oh, somebody caught my Paul Stanley vibe on that one. Yeah, I put that tailpiece thing on there. I've got a few that I did that too.
He's got one of them on his car right on the side,
Pretty much.
like a racing track.
I'll show you something. That's what she said. How's that?
Shiny.
Isn't it?
Hell, I can see myself.
Yes. Even up there. It's all shiny.
Fender.
Yes, sir. Isn't that lovely with all the little?
Where the hell did you get that pickguard?
Just on eBay.
How do you search something like that? I want a shiny pickguard.
I'll show you the other one. And I'll show you one other thing. Somebody's missing out on all the money in the world. And it would be me, probably. If I would just make them and not give away the secret.
Don't drop it.
Here's its sister.
sister soul. Now that I love.
Isn't that cool?
Pack it up and send it.
It's awesome. I even blinged out the top of the headstock with all the rhinestones and shit. You see the nut,
Yep.
the
Wow.
LSR?
Did you ever play that at a gig?
I have not.
Why?
It's even shiny on the back.
Why?
I never play any gigs. There's too many guitars, not enough gigs.
No, that's not. Y'all say Groovy. That's not Fender Custom Shop. That's Scott's Custom Shop.
My custom shop. Now here is where this is where somebody needs to make some money at. No, not off of this. See. Let's see.
I could stare at that all night. All right, don't do it. You're gonna get me banned.
Where is it? Yeah, there she is. But
She had panties on.
I said, but
Yeah, but
this is something, and this is from Canada, somebody put together. But I think if somebody was smart, they would do this, but with every design out there in the world. And that is make out of metal and then chrome it up.
maple leaf.
Yeah, but that's in place of the jack.
Right.
It still screws on in the same two places.
You ever play that at a gig?
Yes.
Oh.
But imagine just different.
Yeah, pickup covers.
What's that?
The
Chrome?
pickup covers. Yeah.
Yeah. eBay.
Right.
And I just wanted a blingy Fender thing too, so eBay.
Man, I wonder how I could bling my buttercream one.
But isn't that I know that the maple leaf, is not people's cup of tea, but to have
I live
Strat covers like that for all Strat guitars that get sold out there
Yeah.
to do different shit, make that a pot leaf
Right.
or what have you.
A Buckeye from Ohio.
Yeah, just anything. It could be skulls or it could be whatever, but to do that is pretty flipping cool, I think.
Yeah, that jack plate probably adds all the sustain you'd ever need.
Well, it adds all the sustain to my guitar cord. Not to my strings, but it makes my guitar cord really sustain.
I remember something you said one time that.
No way.
Yeah, I know. Scott, I laughed so freaking hard.
What's that?
I had tears in my eyes, and I was probably drinking. You did a video, and you go, I'm going to clue you in, kids. This is an output jack. It is not an input jack.
Yes.
This is the output jack. And I just I lost it. I was like, oh my God. It was so fucking funny. And you're so dead serious.
Yeah, yeah. And it has become a thing again, just like the whole Tonewood crap took off. The output jack, and everybody corrects everybody now. Even the Gibson guitar guide that comes with it, the little pamphlet, they used to put input jack. Now it says output jack. Oh, what'd that say on it? Did I miss something?
Somebody online makes Strat style jack plates in pewter, but they're mostly like dragons and skulls.
Oh, cool. Oh, I've seen those. They do the knobs and stuff as well. Oh, they do the pickup surrounds.
I was never a dragon skull guy.
They do the same person does goes around the humbuckers.
I was never into the skullduggery thing.
Yeah, I got out of that when I was like 12. Just couldn't do it no more. What have I missed over here?
Oh, how much?
Ah, Fender, eh?
Man, we made a night of it.
Yeah, I'm just going through some of the comments, guys. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Like a rhinestone cowboy. Yeah, definitely my rhinestone cowboy guitars. That's
Well,
pretty.
When Campbell knows I've always been the rhinestone cowboy, I can tell you every
Every
song
song
Hank Williams
Williams
ever
ever wrote.
wrote. And I
I can
sing
sing all them
them songs
songs
about
about
Texas.
Texas.
And
Ooh,
I still do all the
all the sad
songs
ones
that I
that I
know.
wrote. Oh, that I know. Yes, you're correct. They
People
tell
tell
me I look like Merle Haggard, and they tell me.
literally, I called this dance club up.
Strip club?
No,
Oh,
it was a line dance place.
oh, okay.
Probably the biggest dance floor in the area, right?
In the Tri County area.
In the Tri County area. And I called him up and I go, "We'd like to book our band." And he goes, "What kind of music do you play?" I go, "Classic rock, country, and oldies." And he goes, "Well, I'm sorry, but you said rock." And I go, "Well, we're a country bar." I go, "Well, we play country. We can play like 80% country, and then we'll throw in some oldies that will,
Sure.
we can do it. We can do it." And he goes, "Yeah, I don't know." I go, "Well, we're playing. If you pull out of your bar and take a right hand turn and drive down to the stoplight, we're playing at that little winery right there. And you can come in here a Saturday night if you want to know."
Sure.
And I learned long haired redneck just for that guy, just so
Oh.
I could go, "Country DJs all think I'm an
I'm an
outlaw,
outlaw.
but they'll never come and see
See
me in
me
the dive."
die.
I learned that song specifically to play for that guy. Fucker never showed up. He never come and say it. We never got booked. I never called him back. I said, and then the place closed. And it was
Oh,
this
mercy.
was 10 years ago. The place got closed down because the septic system failed.
Oh, hell.
And they couldn't pass, like you couldn't take a piss or
Yeah, but asked if that was Bob's Country Bunker. Yeah, sounds like a Blues Brothers story.
It's called Jules Dance Hall.
It does sound like the Blues Brothers, yeah. Stand by your man. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Everybody
I
throwing the
waited
beer.
rawhide.
Yeah, everybody throwing beer bottles.
Rolling, though my butt is swollen.
Swollen, keeping the doggies rolling. Yeah, what was? Yeah, the chicken wire. You ever played a chicken wire place?
No.
No. I've played a few that should have been. I'm sure you've been at a few that should have been.
Yeah. We played at this place one time that had tongue and groove flooring on the dance floor and it had all buckled up.
Uh
And
huh.
people are out there trying to dance and they're tripping over the floor and falling out. People are getting big gashes on their elbows and shit. It's like,
I I
this
knew the
place
one
is
with the
terrible.
I knew the one with the big gash.
We played at this one bar. It was by my mother's house that I used to drink at all the time after work, right? And they built after the original owners sold it and died. They built an addition on it and made it big, kind of big. And we booked the place on a phone call, right? Because
Hmm.
they called me because they were seeing us in the paper all the time. And they go, and my phone number and shit. And they called me on the phone. The manager called me.
So
I go, "Yeah, we'll play."
so you just sang to him over the phone and got the gig?
No, I just talked to them. We show up. We show up, and there's one fucking plug on the stage.
Oh, for everything.
The bottom of the outlet didn't work.
I've been there. Yeah.
So there was one
One
freaking
outlet.
plug.
Period. Period.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? Well, what you can do if you got an extension cord, we can run it down to the basement. And I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I got a 100-foot extension cord at home.
Yeah,
But I don't want to plug my band into a 100-foot extension cord. Are you
exactly. Yeah, that's what I was
you
getting ready
know,
to say.
get a little bit of a voltage drop there?
A bit.
But and then another friend of mine that's a musician that is an electrician.
Uh-huh.
He goes, I put a voltmeter on that thing, man, and that thing's like running at 105 volts.
Oh no.
He goes, you're lucky you didn't blow your shit up. He goes, what I did was I went down and tied right into the panel. I
I've
go,
done that.
how the fuck did you do that?
Yeah,
He
220 and go with the distro box.
all the shit in my work truck.
Yeah.
So I just took an extension cord,
Just hardwire right into it.
went down and run it into the panel, and I was like, you're nuts, man. I ain't playing there no more. And that guy died and the place closed.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of places around here have closed. A lot of them have closed.
Used to have to take distro boxes and hardwire them right into the 220 into the fucking box, and some people refused to shut down for 15 seconds while we did that. It's like, well, you might get a big and I might get one, but we're going in.
Man.
Yeah, we've blocked out or blacked out a few blocks before. It's like I told you.
In the UK, the bars have this thing that if you hit a certain decibel level, it shuts the electricity off.
Oh, no way.
Yes. Ask Duncan. They've got a thing. If you hit a certain decibel level, it shuts the electricity off. Gary Mack told me about that.
Holy shit. Distro blocks rule. Yes, they do. Yeah, it's all about distro stuff. Man, you play outside, everybody's got.
Oh, a distribution block. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, everything outside has those damn GFI breakers on it. Out by the pools and stuff where they want you to play. It's like you turn on your amp and it blows it, let alone when you're playing it.
Well, I like the ones that have the outlets for the stage on the same circuit as the ice machine.
I know, yeah, you get the ice every time the ice machine kicks on.
What the fuck?
Have you ever played at a truck stop bar before, where you're playing at the truck stop and they've got a lounge?
No.
I've played a few Flying J truck stops.
We got a Flying J here.
Yeah, and they got a lounge and the band plays in there.
Winston's got a restaurant. It doesn't have a lounge.
See, I'm thinking of one in Fargo, North Dakota would have been this one. Right next to Moorhead, Minnesota. Yes, that's a real place. And you have to remind me what we were just talking about because my brain goes that way.
Dale Tamke says, just been playing acoustic so far, slow learner, looking to get a Telecaster. What should I look for? Around $800 to $1,000, old retired guy. Take your $800 and go to a music store and start grabbing guitars and find the one that goes, I love you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you find that guitar that goes, this feels good. And don't fucking look.
Don't look on the headstock.
At the headstock. Or just buy a Fender. But don't look at the headstock. Just play it. And when you find the one, and you could probably do it for $600 or $500 or even $400. If don't get sucked into. Look, there is some truth to you get what you pay for. Okay, there is some truth to that, but don't get sucked into it. If it might be a $200 guitar that speaks to you.
Yeah.
You know, it could be a $200 guitar that speaks to you, and you have to go in and find the one. And when I go into a guitar store, they hate me because I want to touch everything. I want to play
Mm-hmm.
all of them. I gotta find the one I'm gonna buy. Okay, I'm here to buy something. If you don't want to let me play these freaking guitars, and I had one guy. He was bringing me guitars faster than I could. I could let me finish the lick. Okay, let me see if I like it. He goes, try this one. Try this one. You know. And I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, back up. But just go take your money and go to a guitar store and don't tell them you have any money.
Yeah.
Don't tell them I've got this much to spend.
Yep.
And the other thing I would do is I would check all their used stuff.
Oh, for sure.
Check their used stuff and see what they got. If you've got a Guitar Center, I hate Guitar Center. I'd rather have you go to Sam Ash, but it is what it is. And if you're in Canada, you're going to go to Lund and McQuaid. So, or if you got a mom and pop shop around, those are so few and far between anymore.
And do not pay the advertised price, John's saying. Make them an out of door cash offer
Yep.
and walk out the door if you have to. Come back 2 days later and see if it's still there.
You know, setup, John C says setup makes all the difference. But here's the deal. You've
Mm-hmm.
got to learn to set your guitar up. And the most important thing, I don't buy into this measuring fucking string height. Okay? I do it by feel and by eye on that, on string height. When it stops working, then you've got to higher it a little bit. And when it's too high, you got to bring it down a little bit. And like they'll want these guitar techs, they'll want the strings to follow the contour of the neck. Okay. Yeah, you can use that, but you do that by feel. The only thing you've got to be precise on is intonation. You have to intonate it so that the saddle is in the right spot to intonate, which maybe Scott can do a video on how to intonate your guitar.
I was reading Gregory's
That's all right.
post. Uh, he's asking about the Embrace stand. It's one of those stands that holds your acoustic guitar up in the air when you're not
Yeah.
playing it. He wanted to know if I had one for sale. I still got just the one, my friend, is all I still got left, and I still will use that if I go out and gig. But
There's a
those are
band
hard to find.
There's a band called I haven't been able to find one. There's a band called Fearless Flyer.
Uh-huh.
It's Corey Wong. Have you ever heard of Corey Wong?
No.
Well, they play funk, and there's Joe Dart and Corey Wong and a couple other guys, and they are fan effing tastic.
Anybody's last name White?
No, I don't
Then
know.
you could have White and Wong.
Wait, Wong. Oh God, wait, Wong. That would be a great name for a duo.
White and Wong.
Oh my God. But anyway, they would play, they had those stands, and they're called the Fearless Flyers. So they're all in like these one-piece flight suits like a pilot would wear.
Oh, like a bunch of jumping Elvises out of an
Well,
airplane?
apparently they were
Parachuting.
all in the Air Force.
So kind of, yeah.
and it's called Fearless Flyers. It's what is the name of that website? I can't remember. Oh, well, it's Dr. Groovy already did a setup video.
Did a few of those, yes.
He says you should do a video on how to
do the distro,
distribution
yeah.
block.
Yeah, it just runs it from a 220 and splits it into two legs of the 110, and then you
Oh,
put some 50 amp breakers on each side of that son bitch, and
why not 20?
you break down a couple into 20s, yeah. So you go
Vol
50 on this side, 50 on that side, then break them down to.
Volpec is the name of that uh, website.
Why was I talking about the Flying J truck stop? Do you remember?
Because you played in the lounge at the truck stop.
I know, but what got us there? It's been driving me
Well,
nuts.
playing rough places.
Uh huh. I just don't remember what got me there.
Oh, we were talking about bad, bad
Electricity.
electricity.
Yeah. I still don't remember the point I was going to make, though. Oh, well. I'll have to run this whole thing back and watch it.
Why?
I'll watch this video tomorrow and figure out where I was going with it. Too funny. Hey, who do you know in here?
John Landino, J Dubs, Cecil Music, Gil Lamb, uh, kind of know them all now actually because they were all over here. Audio Murphy, they were all over in your stream. Cecil Music, Dale Tomke, he was over there, I believe. Hanoi Bomb, he was here. DKG, that fucker won't leave.
Where's he at?
Well, he was way back a while ago. He sent a super chat. He probably bailed by now.
Oh, do you know what I learned how to do a couple of days ago?
Walk and chew gum
Pretty much. I learned how to go live
on YouTube.
on YouTube. I figured it out.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, but I actually figured it out by
The
myself.
thing is, with the YouTube live, and I don't know why YouTube doesn't make it so that you can add people.
Uh huh.
You know, it's you can only do you, and
Right.
but that's really, Scott. That's all you need.
Well, I was just saying,
You
I
don't.
finally actually, I
You
just
don't
kept
even.
it on private, and
You don't need us. You can ask. You know. You don't need us.
I like having the backup.
Hey, what the heck, man? Come on, man.
Oh,
We're
man,
all
oh, man.
cool.
I can do that too.
Can you do it with one hand? No tapping on the stream.
Oh God, yes, I can do it with one hand. Doing it with two, that I wouldn't be fooling anybody, especially the
You
missus.
told me you went out the other night and you had surf and turf at the casino.
Yes, I did.
I cooked all day yesterday that chicken soup. It took all freaking day to make homemade chicken soup and my own bone broth and everything. And the day before that, I spent quite a bit of time making Swiss steak. And I try to cook things for Linda that she can eat. And so today, I finally got in the shower and I came out of the shower and I got dressed and I go, a friend of mine passed away, a guitar player, and they were having a celebration of life.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that contacted me messaged me and goes, and I'd like you guys to come and play. And, you know, and I was just, the guy was a friend of mine, but his friends are not my friends.
Right.
And I was like, I'd like to go, but there's going to be a bunch of people there that are just going to make me feel weird. And Linda had reminded me, she goes, Brock's thing is today. And I'm like, oh, shit. So I go, do you think we should go? And she's like, I I don't care.
Yeah.
And I go, all right, no, because there's going to be a bunch of people there that I really don't want to talk to and have no use for. And she's like, no. I go, well, how about we go to Becker's for dinner, which is one of our favorite local restaurants. She goes, yeah, that's great. She gets all dressed up, man. And it's like, this is not a fancy restaurant. She gets all dressed up. And I walk into the living room and I see her and I go, it looks like I'm not getting out of this. It's like, okay, let's go. So we go, we get up there at like 3:55. And we walk in and they go, I'm sorry, we close at 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Oh no.
And I go, it's 3:55. Well, there's a street crew out front that's got the road tore up. And I pulled up and I go, what the hell? But they had the parking lot entrance open. So I pulled in and
Right.
there's like only a couple cars there. I said, I don't know. So we walked up and the door was open. So we walked in and go, we close at 4 o'clock. And I go, it's 3:55. They shut the gas off. I went, oh, crap. So we get back in the car and I go, well, let's take a chance because most of the time you got to call ahead to go to this other restaurant. It's called the Crow's Nest.
Mm-hmm.
And we went down there and I saw the parking lot was not jam packed. And I go, oh, we might have a chance. I walk in the door. I go, do we need a reservation? She goes, no. She goes, you're good. She goes, you just missed it. We had a party of 50 and another party of 15 that absolutely like threw us under the bus, but they're gone. So we went in and I got the seafood platter and it's like 2 days worth of food on a plate. And I got a whole nother dinner back there in the kitchen that I can eat.
You're making me hungry. I have not eaten yet today. Well, not tonight, I should say.
AB, Ed, and Doctor, what are the best guitar straps? I bought a few from the U.S. Soldier, Levy's Ace, Lockett, Henry Heller. All right, I'm going to show you what I use for a guitar strap on all my guitars. All my guitars, what I use for a guitar strap is anything black that I can get for $5. It's a woven. This one's kind of twisted up here because I need to untwist it. And then I put these little buggers on the thing to hold it on. These little
plastic
rubber
guys.
jobbies to hold it on there. And I never take it off. And it's a guitar strap, okay? If you wear a black shirt, the black strap goes with the black shirt just fine. And it that's a personal preference thing. That is something there is no best strap. That's like, what's the best underwear? Now Scott's going to come out with a $300 embossed leather Dr. Groovy strap made by Mojave Hopi Indians in the Nevada desert
That's right.
on a Wednesday.
I've actually got some made out of what the hell is that? Some kind of cocobolo wood. Cocobolo wood. The whole strap is wood.
Where they weave it?
I can show it to you in a second. I've got 2 tubs in the garage full of nothing but straps.
On?
What's that? Strap-ons, yeah. Let's see. I like anything that is wide.
Yes.
That's it for me. Just because I'm getting old.
I try to pick light guitars. I try not to have a heavy guitar anymore.
Yeah, I just keep getting wider. Some of my straps are 4 inches, and I have custom made ones that are 5 inches wide.
I bought a couple expensive straps, and you know what happened to me? Somehow
They got wet or stolen
they
or lost.
disappeared. They got. Hi, James Sanders. How you doing? They
There's
got.
James. Oh, you know this
And
base.
the other thing is, I've been poor all my life. You know, why was I going to spend a bunch of money on it? Oh my God,
The PV Dynabase.
Dynabase, man. That was their primo base for a long time.
Yes, it was.
Then
And
they
it's
came
got,
out with the grind, and I don't even know where the grind was made, if that was an American PV or not. I don't think
and
it was.
my little,
They all
uh,
got it. The good
that
ones
little
got
hole
it.
there is engaged. I've got,
I told you about that, man. I messed with that little.
you see,
Yep, it's tilted.
it's tilted.
I messed with that nut tilt on my T60 and like,
That's the great thing about bolt-on necks, man. You can shim them and save your axe. Save your ass.
if you wear your neck out, you can buy a new one and bolt it right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just find seatbelt material easy to adjust and a bit more comfortable.
You know what I had that worked out really cool was back when I was trading people shit for my lessons, doing that whole thing. People made me some straps.
Yep, I bet they did.
Some say Dr. Groovy in them and stuff, you know, the leather ones, and those are the ones I play most often. They're the ones that are in my guitar case. It's got my name on it, for God's sake. Of course I'm gonna play it. Just like this. If it don't say groovy, I ain't wearing
Oh,
it.
Cecil Music says that gap will take away sustain.
No, not at all. Not in the slightest bit. You can put foam in between there and it won't take away the sustain. Literally.
I I sustain doesn't come from that in my mind. Sustain comes from what you're plugged into. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. That's just me. I've been wrong before. I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken.
You were mistaken.
See, I can't play nothing without a pick anymore. My hand is so screwed up.
It's my
That
favorite position is behind the net.
that was the lick that I made that "where the fuck do you get these licks from" comment on, was that lick right there. Johnny Five.
Yes.
Did you ever hear that guy play country licks?
Who's that? Oh, John. Which
John
one?
Five?
Oh yeah, he's a country picking fool. He
He
plays
played
all his Kiss stuff
Marilyn
and
Manson.
yep. Yeah, he can play some country shit like nobody's business. And
Yeah.
all his kids. Somebody was talking about Vinnie Vincent here a second ago. Where was that? They want to know, see. And then somebody asked about my ovation. Oh, about Vinnie Vincent's pantsuit. He don't know if he's a guy or a girl. Guy that played with Kiss.
Yeah, I
He
know.
has no idea. I've got my Vinnie Vincent guitar that still needs to be put together. Who thinks Vinnie Vincent needs a beard? If he can grow one still. See, does my Ovation Viper have nylon saddles? Let's find out. I know one of my breadwinners did.
Robert McFarland asks, Ed, have you tried Fred Kelly Bumblebee thumb picks? That's all I use now. I'll check out Fred Kelly Bumblebee thumb picks. I have used thumb picks. I used to use steel picks on my fingers and a thumb pick to play guitar. And then I stopped doing that. And for a while, I played strictly with my fingers. And then my arthritis got so bad and I had neck surgery. And then it was like, I'm a flat picker now. So I just started watching Tony Rice videos.
So
Become a
here's what it's made out
fast
of.
flat picker. That's an ovation.
Yes.
Well,
They
yeah,
sound,
that bridge
they
has
sound plastic to me.
sustain.
They
What?
sound plastic.
That bridge has a lot of sustain. I heard it when you were tapping on it.
Tone plastic.
Look at the sustain. It's just sustaining. The
Sustaining everywhere.
sustain is incredible. Don't touch it.
It's got a bolt-on body.
Holy shit. Bolt through.
Bolt through by that actually goes to the bridge and adjusts the height of the back of here where the strings go in. So either the strings can go through here or you can lower it and it won't make it through. They actually allow you to do that, to lower it in the back so your strings can't go through. How's that for stupid?
I'd hate to break a string on that thing on stage.
I know. I don't even know why that's there. I mean, because you only get that much room to mess with. To try to get the strings in there.
Well, you have to turn that screw and raise it up.
Raise it up and then put it back down when you get the strings in it. So yeah, that's literally what that is for. Is
How old is that?
75-ish.
Wow. You know, people go back 30 years ago, and I'm thinking, yeah, the 70s. No, 30 years
I know.
ago, the 90s.
It's like, holy shit. Let's see, stay. Now here's a lovely one.
Iceman.
Ain't that weird?
It's like an Iceman, but the bottom horn's wrong.
Exactly.
Grassroots.
Yeah, it's made by ESP.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so you see the headstock,
Yep.
but guess what we're missing? Or what's fucked up about it? It's like Fender fucked a Gibson. Let's see. There you go.
Angled headstock.
Yeah.
Is there a scarf joint?
It's hard to say.
Well, look at it.
I can't see through it. There is a volute.
Yeah, there's a volute. There's probably a scarf joint.
Yeah, I can't tell. Can't see through it. But I love this flipping thing. Now there's no
I'm glad you found a friend.
Yeah, there's no binding on it. That's all pinstriping tape.
Oh, another Scott mod.
Yeah, another one of my mods.
Dr. Groovy mod. It's a groovy mod. It's a groovy mod.
It kind of looks like one of the Rickenbackers up here.
You're the only guy I know that'll mod a guitar with a fucking Sharpie.
Why not? Why not, my man?
John Pearson, they can cut it out of a block of wood, but it would waste a lot of wood.
What's that?
To make a neck, you need twice the thickness to make that tilt back neck if you don't use a scarf joint. They can do it, but then they got this big chunk of wood that, gets wasted. And there's money in wood. If you can get one,
If you can get a Woody.
you can get a wood. There's money in it.
Oh, it says new comment. Scroll down this way. Well, duh. I've been missing everything. Said Vinny doesn't live far from me right out of Nashville unless he's moved out and I didn't know it. Nashville, Indiana or Tennessee?
How's that song go? Nashville cats, clean as country water. Nashville
Oh,
cats.
Cecil knew that. Go ahead. Keep singing.
That's all I know.
Cecil said that top horn reminded him of the Rickenbacker. Yeah, he's dead on it.
Nothing reminds me of a Rickenbacker. I don't like them.
Oh, I don't either, but I think that the 4001 in my day, it's a 4003 now bass. I think they look awesome, but they sound like shit. I think it's a pretty bass, but I like the body style. But
I know like two guys that had the Rickenbacker stereo,
right,
and both guys that was broken, and only one
sure,
pickup worked. Only one
yeah.
pickup worked. And I was like, well, what can be broken? It's got to be like a wiring thing. And I just can't figure it out. I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. It don't fucking work.
Oh,
And I can't find anybody that can fix it.
I'm reading ahead or behind. I know where Smyrna is. So that's where Vinny Vince is residing, huh?
All right, J-Dubs, thanks for checking in.
Take care, buddy.
You hung in there good, man. It's almost midnight. We're going to wrap this up.
See, yeah. And I know how to pronounce Smyrna, too. Where was that from?
Smyrna sounds like schmegma.
Sperma?
Fromunda. Fromunda cheese.
From under cheese, from under my balls.
Nuts.
Yeah. I've got nuts somewhere in the house. I haven't worn them forever.
What do you got if you got nuts hanging on your wall?
What?
Walnuts.
Walnuts.
What if you got nuts hanging from your chest? What do you got?
Chestnuts.
Chestnuts. What if you got nuts hanging from your chin?
A boyfriend?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
You got a boyfriend.
I haven't heard it before, but it seemed to make sense. And I'm sitting there picturing myself with balls on my chin.
Yeah.
Have you seen that
You got
episode?
something in your mouth, boy.
Have you seen that episode of South Park?
No, what? Where they irradiated their balls in the microwave?
They actually, you saw that, huh? Where they all had testicular cancer from doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was one with Butters. He glued a fake prosthetic nutsack on his chin. You know, he started calling himself Boy with Balls on Chin, and he would go around making the talk show circuits as a freak, you know, and then all these freaks had a union, you know, the bearded lady and the guy with a foot in his ass that grew out of there or whatever, you know. But
Do you remember Men in Black?
of course, Will Smith.
He's a balls chinian.
Yes.
Kick him in the chin, and the guy's nuts are hanging from his
Exactly. That has to be where they got it from.
The worst South Park I ever saw was an episode where they did this thing, Red Rocket. Where
jerking off the dog. Yeah.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Red Rocket, Sparky. Red Rocket.
My kids are watching it, and I'm going, wait, should I be parenting here? Should I be parenting at this moment, you know? And they're just laughing their ass off, and they're looking at the dog, and I'm going, don't even think about it.
Oh, John
C. follows you around enough as it is. You don't need to start that crap.
John says it's almost 9 in Vegas. Hey, it's almost 9 in Mesquite, too.
How far is Mesquite from Vegas?
Let's see. I'm on I-15 at the 122 mile marker. And let's see. Vegas is at the, well, it depends on what part of Vegas. If you're in North Vegas, that's
I
the
don't care.
really ugly part. So let's see. I'm trying to count. It
Minute.
takes me an hour and a half to get downtown.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
Yeah. That's like me. It takes me
At
an hour. It
85.
takes me an hour to get to Cleveland, downtown Cleveland.
That's doing 85.
Yeah.
I don't know what your speed limits are back home anymore.
70.
Okay.
So we go 85.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. John C. is in Las Vegas, or he's just telling me that in Vegas it's my time. One of the two. Either we're neighbors, or he's just letting me know what time it is over here. One or the other. Oh,
John Sanders had what I thought was a 62 Fender P bass, but it turned out to be that it was pieced together in a fake Fender logo. I hope you didn't spend a lot of money on it, or I hope you love it. Either one.
but you still got that Gene Simmons axe bass.
No, I never had one.
No, he does. Mr. Sanders does. I've got the axe guitar and he's got the axe bass.
Did he get it from you?
No, he got the pickups out of my axe guitar though. I sent him those, and then I threw single coils in it. Lace sensors of all things. 5 o'clock in the morning in the UK. Wife will be getting up to make breakfast soon. And he hasn't been to bed yet.
After midnight, we gonna let it all hang out.
Boy, it must be like morning over there. I mean, like sun actually
they're
comes up.
5 hours. They're 5 hours after me, so it's almost 5 o'clock. It's 4 minutes to 5 in London.
That's true. That's where London and Duncan in London.
Yep.
Oh, James says he paid $200 for that bass when he was 15. He sold it.
Yeah, you did all right. Yeah.
Oh, he bought it when he was 15, then he sold it.
But he's only 20 now. Yeah, look at his picture. He's not that old.
Oh, he's got a big beard going on now.
Wait till you get old, dude. Wait till old creeps up on you and you go, what the fuck happened? Every day you wake up and look in the mirror and you go, I never saw that before.
Right.
That was never like that.
Wasn't quite that color of purple before.
That didn't work that way.
Okay, my man, let's drink to that.
I'll drink to that. There's waking up another day, man.
You betcha.
Another gift. All right.
I haven't put anything away from last week. It's all still sitting out.
I got one for you, James Sanders. You know, my heart keeps telling me you're not a kid at 33. Play around, you lose your wife. Play too long, you lose your life. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues.
Don't your wife hate that song?
Yes.
Yes, she does. Let's see, what was I thinking? Oh, this guy at this restaurant that used to play piano all the time, black guy, he'd always get me up there and watch him play and sing and stuff. And he would play piano to all the black and white silent movies that were playing.
Oh,
in the place, and he
yeah.
just played piano while it was going on, just like the old days. And he'd always sing to me when I'd sit up there with him. He'd always sing that song, watching Scotty grow.
Oh God. Was that Bobby Goldsboro who did that?
I think so. I think you might be right. Yeah, I think he thought that was my last name. Actually, I have all my cousins' last name are Grow instead of Grove. So
All right, guys, it's midnight.
it is. Yes, it is.
Midnight.
Midnight rendezvous.
Yep. All right. Okay. Here we go. Driving faster than you want me to. Can't help myself, I'm in love with you. Well, right. All right, guys. Hey, I think I might have close to setting a record here to people in the stream tonight. And I'd like to thank y'all for hanging out.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for hitting the like button. It helps the algorithm to the YouTube. And come over and check out my videos. Watch us make a mess out of playing songs.
Who's playing songs?
Well, my band, we
I
make
know.
we make a mess out of everything, but
Hey, you cook too.
and I cook.
So you guys actually get to check out Ed cooking and cooking with the band all in one video.
Someday I might even post a video of us. But no, never mind. That would be wrong.
Especially with that dog in the room.
Yeah, no. Dog doesn't care.
The dog don't care.
No, it doesn't care.
Joins in. As long as you got some peanut butter.
Try sneaking a camera into the bed. What are you doing with that, dear? Oh, nothing. It's thought I'd make a little video.
Why not? You got to do it.
If
you own a camera, you own like 20 cameras.
Yeah, I got a couple.
Well, man, all you guys, yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out with Sir Ed, and thanks for letting me on the damn camera.
Scott, no, thank you for, hanging out. It was a long night. We were 2 hours over there and then, another hour or so over here.
Hey, tons of fun.
2 hours over here. We were 2 hours over here.
So anybody that hasn't been anywhere before, this is who I hang out with about 4 nights a week.
Avoid.
Yeah, I hang out with Ed about 4 nights a week on here, so that's what I do now. I should be making lessons, but no, I just sit here and chat. So you guys come over here and chat, or at least visit and check out the band and see what's cooking.
Well, yeah, and Scott, if you go to Scott's channel, there are a ton of lessons there that are right there that you can click on, and then he's playing. I know he talks a lot.
Yeah.
And I know it takes. No, I'm just kidding. When he finally gets to the point, it's some good stuff. Okay.
Yeah, I like to hear myself talk. I've heard it from 1,000 people. Yes.
There you go.
I mean, if you had a voice like this, wouldn't you?
All right, man. Everybody, thank you for hanging out. We'll see you. Oh, next Sunday, I have a gig pending, but it's an outdoor gig, but they're calling for rain and cold. So if the gig doesn't happen, I will be in your stream. If the gig does happen, I won't. But
if you get rained out, you'll be in a stream.
Yeah. No, I've got to deal with this guy. There's none of this let's risk it shit.
Right. If it's
We're not doing that anymore. It's like, I'm not dragging all that shit out just to have it get rained on and got to pack it up and drag it back to the van. I'm not doing it. And all my stuff's brand new, so I don't want it getting wet. I
that's what
do not want it getting wet. And
that's not what she said.
well, we've made a few mistakes where we said, look, it's going to rain, and it didn't. But it is what it is. And it's a week away. The forecast can totally change. They could be going, instead of 58 degrees and light rain, it could be 80 and sunny. So it's a week away. Hey, this global warming shit, you don't know what's going to happen. It's all funky. I mean,
Elon Musk needs to buy the goddamn sun and control this shit.
really,
Hmm.
he needs to buy something and fix it.
Control the weather. Control the.
These billionaire dickheads, I wish they'd shoot themselves into space and stay there. All right, guys. I'm going to end it. Scott,
End
don't
it.
you go anywhere. Don't you go anywhere because
All right.
I got to talk with you for a minute. But
Okay.
all right. Good night, everybody. It was good having you. It was great seeing you. See you again soon.